Hi guys, I'm back with another Yu-Gi-Oh! Market Watch. The first card I have to go over today is Lena, the Light Charmer, coming out a super rare coming out of Lightning Overdrive. Right now, it's going for about 50 cents to $1. I can see this card seeing some play, especially if there's a lot of light decks running around. It can be super helpful to link climb. So I would just keep this card in mind. Maybe get a play set of these cards because I think these could, not in the short term, but maybe in 2 to 3 years, the card could definitely be around like $6. But then again, it also depends if this card gets printed in the mega tins next year. If it gets printed as say a prismatic secret rare, this card won't be worth anything. So I picked up a playset just in case, more so to play with, but sometimes when super rares like this get passed over, they can be worth quite a bit. But seeing as light charmers are so kind of popular, I doubt that they'll miss a upgrade. But keep your eye on this card just because it can be a useful card to have. The next card I want to go over is Psy Frame Gear Gamma. This card isn't seeing a whole lot of, I'd say, main deck play right now, just because there's better cards you can play. However, there definitely are formats where this card is extremely useful. I picked up a playset. I think they're like 25 each. And I think you can get a playset right now. Well, this guy has two, but they're 27 a piece. This is super cheap. I've seen this card when it's seeing like a lot of play go to $38 to $40. So I would pick up a playset, and they actually look amazing. It's one of my favorite ultra rares that I have. Meta ultra rares anyways. The next card I want to go over is Celestial Double Star Shaman coming out of Dual Saga ultra rare. This card is going for about $5 right now. I think when I talked about this card about a week ago, it was around the 350 range. So it's going up, and you can see that it's having consistent sales. There's already multiple sales today. Yeah, I mean, it's been selling pretty much every day for the last week or so. This card's pretty good, and I would just keep your eye on it because if a synchro strategy comes out that can utilize this card's going to go up a lot. It's already jumped up actually from $5 that I looked at earlier. It's about $7 now. Oh, actually, you know what? I'm on the first page. My bad. So yeah, it is around the $5 mark. I would come and pick these up soon if you can. The next card I have to go over is Chaos Emperor Dragon, ultimate rare coming out of Duels Pack Kaiba. You can get a light plate unlimited for around $53. Here's the thing on this card though. If you get a first edition, it's the old style of ultimate rare where there's not an ulti border, if you know what I'm talking about. Whereas the new, like the unlimited, has like the newer style ultimate rare border. And that's why I picked up an unlimited, just because I like that style better. But I mean, the first edition looks fine too. But if you look at the price for the unlimited, the light play right now is 53, and then after that one sells, I don't count sellers that don't have a gold star. Nothing, no shame or shade on them, but I usually only buy from gold star. But it jumps from 53 to 64, so about a $10 increase, and then after that it's 68 for near mint unlimited, going to 70. I would pick this card up. It's super iconic, and it's just a great looking card. I just got mine in 2 days ago. The next card I have to go over is Effect Failure Ultimate Rare. Right before we got that second, actually I'll start with about a year ago, this card was like 65 for a near mint unlimited. And then when we got the stimulus checks, this card went up, and then I bought one copy. I was planning on accumulating over time, but I bought one copy for $95 for a light play unlimited. It actually came in pretty good condition, but now it's pretty much bought out. There's only 11 listings left, and the lowest light play unlimited is $220. And then it quickly goes to 300 for a near mint unlimited, which is insane because when I bought mine, it was $300 for a near mint first edition. We can take a look at what near mint first is going for. There might not even be a gold star seller selling one. Yeah, there's not. So, I mean, this card's pretty much just bought off the market completely. I would not recommend picking one up right now, honestly. It's just super overpriced. If you know somebody that has one that'll give you a decent deal on it, I would maybe go for it, but it's just so expensive now. I just don't think it's worth it. I would just wait, and if this card cycles out of the meta right now, it's just seeing a good amount of play. It should head back down a little bit. It'll never be $95 again for a light play unlimited, but it could go back down to like 120, 140 for a light play unlimited. So I would just wait if you don't have this already. Next card I have to go over is Ultimate Rare Atlantean Dragoons coming out of Astral Pack 2. This is a super cool looking card. I think it was a couple of years ago, they re-waived this pack for a couple of tournaments, and this card dipped down to around like $75 to $80. And that's when I picked one up, and I've just been sitting on it for a while. Now, I actually was playing it in a deck, but I took it out because I only had one copy, and I didn't want to play with one Ultimate Rare and have the rest be super rares. But they're around 145 now. They did shoot up to around 180 not too long ago, but they've climbed back down. Just kind of whenever water sport gets announced, this card always tends to shoot up. The next card I had to go over is Borreload Savage Dragon coming out of Savage Strike, ultra rare. I think this card would be a decent card to pick up for first edition because Savage Strike was such an amazing set. And before this card got reprinted, it was around the $70 to $80 range. It's not seeing a ton of play right now, but if this card ever does see play again, this price will spike. I had both the ultra rare and the secret rare, and I just prefer playing with this one just because I think the ultra rare looks a lot more clean. But yeah, pick this up if you can. Next, I'm going to go over Anti-Spell Fragrance, and I want to specifically cover this copy coming out of Power of Chaos, but we'll talk about all of them in general. Recently, I've been having a lot of luck siding this card in against Drytron and some of the other spell-heavy decks like Sky Striker. This card pretty much, like if you set up your turn one board, as long as you have a negate or two and you set this up, you pretty much win the game. So I would look into this just because this card looks super good. I haven't bought this particular copy yet. I really want to get a few of these. This is actually a pretty good price here of 24 for 3. But yeah, I'm just playing with ultra right now, but this is going to be my next pickup just because I think this card looks amazing. But if you guys want something that's going to be really good to side in the current meta, I would consider playing Anti-Spell Fragrance. It's definitely won me some games. The next card I have to go over is Dingirsu, the Orcus of the Evening Star, coming out of OTS Tournament Pack 11, Ultimate Rare. I've noticed this card is down to around $50. And not too long ago, right after we got the second stimulus check, this card was like up to $75 or $80. And I almost sold mine then, but I really like this card a lot, so I just couldn't bring myself to do it. But I would consider picking this card up because in this next ban list, or it could be a year from now, it could be this next ban list, we might get Harport back to 1, and this card would skyrocket to probably $80 to $100. Probably more towards 100 because there's a lot of people love Orcus, and there would be a lot of hype surrounding that coming off the list. So I would keep your eye on this and see if it drops a little bit further, or just go and pick it up now. I don't know that it will go much further than $50. It's a really good deal. The next card I have to go over is Cyber Dragon Nostra coming out of Dual Power. I'm not going to cover the reprint because I think you should focus your attention on this, the first edition print or the first print. It's around $2.25 right now. I would come and get a playset or two just because if Cyber Dragons ever get more support or ever, end up doing well in the meta, I think this card could, double or triple in price. It'd probably be around the $7 range, I would think, if they were, putting up good numbers. So I would keep your eye on this. This card's incredibly broken. Next card I have to go over is Emergency Teleport, coming out of Ghost from the Past, ultra rare. You can get this card for around $1 to $1.50. And if you remember, before this card got reprinted, the lowest copy was like $15 for like the ugly gold rare. I would pick some of these up if you can. I think I've gotten a grand total of 10 copies now of this. I still play with the ultimate rare, but I think that this is a great investment. This card easily hit $5-6 if it comes off the list, or if a deck starts playing this card. I know it's seeing play in virtual world, I think, and I play in Phantom Knights for an extender, but I think this card could easily head back up if it starts seeing a lot of play. So keep your eyes on this for sure. We can look at the other versions too. The secret rare is also a very good copy to keep your eye on. This card was around $25, and now you can get a light play for 11 and a near mint for 12. That's another good copy to pick up. Of course, the original is always a good card to pick up as well. This is probably my favorite version besides the ultimate rare, but it's coming out of the same set. You can get these near mint. No, let's see, not near mint. Lightly played unlimited for around $3, and a near mint around $4. Honestly, this is a great pickup too, but we'll look at first editions. So for near mint first editions, $8.68, I would absolutely grab that. That's an incredible deal. I would probably even grab this over the secret rare just because it's the original print. But that's the last card I have to go over today. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and let me know if there's any other cards that you'd like to go over.